my video. Today we are going to be doing this brown vibes sort of makeup look. We have a brown lip today as well as this really pretty gold lid on the shade. What? And this gorgeous gold shade. I did get inspired with this look from a look that Desi Perkins did on her channel. I think that she wore it to like the Grammys or something. She used really similar, if not almost exactly the same shades that I used on the lid. I loved the look on her and I was like, I have to try it, I have to do it, I have to do it. I tried to switch it up, but it is inspired by Desi. Credit to where it is due. So yeah, I really love this look. It is a recreation. Anyway, I'm rambling. If you guys like this look, go ahead and keep watching and we'll get started with the tutorial. Alright guys, so let's get started. So the first step, of course, is to do our brows. I did mine off camera. So of course, I'm going to set the concealer that I used as a base. So I'm going to go into Free Spirit from the Tartelette palette. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid and really concentrate that underneath the brow. Alright guys, so we are going to move on to our transition shade. I'm going to use Orange Soda from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just going to use my favorite fluffy brush. And I'm just going to put that into the crease. Alright, now I'm going to pick up the color Burnt Orange. And using the same brush, I'm just going to concentrate this mainly in the crease. My palette got really dirty, but I'm going to pick up the color Red Earth from this quad. And I'm just going to pick up this dual-ended brush from the Naked 3 palette. I'm going to concentrate this really in the outer V. So what I like to do when I do this is look forward so that your crease folds, so that you know where to apply this into the crease. And then just go in with that V shape. Now I'm going to get into this Morphe Deluxe Fluffer. Taking a bit of product on the end, I'm just going to blend that out. Getting back to the brush that we used for our transition shade, I'm just going to use this to blend that out. And I'm going to pick up some Orange Soda and I'm just going to further blend it out up into the crease. Just want to make sure this Orange Soda color really pops. Alright, so now that that Red Earth shade is all blended in, I'm going to take my Tartelette palette and I'm going to get into the shade Multitasker, which is just the darkest shade of brown that they have. You can use any matte brown shade. I'm just going to take that onto the same brush that I was using, the dual-ended Naked 3 brush. And I'm mainly going to concentrate this in the outer V. So I'm really going to take that into the crease about halfway. I'm going to go back and then I'm going to concentrate that and make it into a V shape. Going back into that fluffy brush, we're just going to blend that. Now I'm going to get into this e.l.f. brush. Taking Orange Soda, I'm just going to blend everything together. Alright guys, so now I'm going to get into the lid shade. I'm going to get into the color On the Rocks from ColourPop Cosmetics. As you can see, it's just a really pretty gold. And it has so many flecks of, I want to say purple. I'm going to apply this first off with my finger because I feel like that's the best way to use these products. Now that we have some of that product on the lid, I'm going to take this small buffer brush and I'm going to spritz that with some MAC Fix Plus. So I'm really going to take a good amount onto my brush. I'm going to tap that just to tap off any excess that might cause fallout. I'm just going to really fix up the shape of the lid So I'm going to take this into the inner corner and I'm just going to dab this in. So we're going to dab in. Alright, so now that we have that lid shade in, I'm going to zoom you guys out and we're going to start on foundation. My hair is crazy today. Alright, and before I did my brows, I did prime my skin. Of course, I used the Professional Primer from Benefit. Now I'm going to go in foundation. I want to start trying different foundations. So this is a foundation that I picked up. It is the Dream Velvet Foundation. I'm pretty sure this might not be my shade. Just in case, I have my Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in 106. So if this is too light, I'm going to go on top with this one. So I'm going to take this onto the back of my hand, and using this really fluffy brush, I'm just going to dot that along. This is like a super white foundation. Like, this is not my shade. I'm gonna bring it down the neck. So what I'm gonna do, since this is way too light, is go into my 106 foundation. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cake on the foundation, but I look like a ghost right now, and that's not okay. So I'm going to take just a bit of the 106. This is why we can't try new things. This is... So the next step is that I'm going to go in with concealer. For today's concealer, I'm going to use this Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. And this is in the shade Light Medium. So I'm really going to take this under the eyes and I'm going to extend this out so that it cleans up the eyeshadow. And I'm going to use this flat brush just to blend that out. Getting back into that brush that I used for foundation, I'm going to use that to further blend everything. I don't know why I'm not using my beauty sponge today. I felt like switching things up, but I'm really not digging these brushes right now. Alright, so now we're going to go in and set that concealer. I'm going to take my NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and applied that NYX finishing powder underneath the eyes. I also went in with just a little bit of the Mercier translucent powder and I just packed that on underneath as well. My brows are kind of intense today. So I've kind of been skipping around all over the place with makeup today, but I'm going to go back into the eyes and I'm going to do liner. So I'm just going to, I like to start off by lining the eyes and then going in for the wing and then just filling everything in. And then at the end, what I'm going to do is just the smallest little flick. So I did the smallest little wing on both sides. This wing was being very rude, but we got it done. We got our liner done. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to curl my lashes. So for today's mascara, I'm going to go in with the Carbon Black Telescopic Mascara from L'Oreal. I'm just going to coat my lashes with this and get our lashes ready for false lashes. Now that our lashes are coated, I'm going to go in with my false lashes. For today, I'm going to use these House of Lashes Iconics lashes. These are cut down a lot so that they're pretty much just in the end. These lashes have been through, I mean, they've been through a lot with me. They've gone through a lot of uses. Don't mind my crusty lashes. So I applied those lashes off camera. Now I'm gonna go back into the shade Red Earth, and taking the flat side of the dual-ended brush, I'm just going to apply this in the lower lash line. Now getting into the other side of the brush, I'm going to take the color, just a mixture of burnt orange and orange soda, and I'm going to smoke that out. Just to open up the eyes, I'm going to use my NYX Wonder Pencil, and I'm going to apply that into the waterline. And then just very lightly in the outer corners of the lower lash line, I'm just going to apply this NYX black eye pencil. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to go back into that telescopic mascara, and I'm going to run that in the lower lash line. Alright, now that the eyes are done, we're going to move on to contour. I'm going to get into my contour brush from e.l.f. and just getting into those matte shades, I'm just going to really get into the hollows of my cheeks. So I'm going to take the light matte shade and I'm going to contour my nose. Next I'm going to get into this angled brush from the Smashbox contour palette, and I'm just going to take a mixture of all four, and I'm just going to really bronze up the skin. Alright, now that we have that contour in, we're going to move on to blush. For today's blush, I'm going to go into this Milani blush in the color Luminoso, and it's just a really pretty peach color. To be honest, I'm just going to get back into that e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to take this mainly onto the apples of the cheeks and then up into the cheekbones. Just to really blend that, I'm going to take this Morphe stippling brush. Alright, next we're going to move on to highlight. Of course, I'm going to take my Benefit highlight in What's Up, and I'm going to put this into the highest points of my cheekbones. Then I'm just going to blend that out with my ring finger. I'm going to take that down the nose and onto the cupid's bow. Further, just going to blend that out. And then I'm just going to take that and put it into the inner corners as our highlight. Since that is a cream highlight, I'm going to go in and set it with the Becca Cosmetics highlight in Opal. I'm just going to take the smallest amount of this onto this fan brush, and I'm going to run it on top of the highlight. I'm going to run that above the brows, just a smidge, and I'm also going to take some and run it on the tip of the nose. So now that that highlight is done, we're going to move on to lips. So I'm going to go in with this Rimmel lip pencil in the color Cafe Au Lait. It's in the color 045. I'm going to take this ColourPop Cosmetics liquid lipstick in Chili Chill, and it's just a brown color. I'm going to take this and just run it on top. Just to make sure everything stays for the day, I'm going to spritz some MAC Prep and Prime, and this is just gonna set all the makeup we applied. Alright guys, and that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed these brown vibes that we have going with the brown lip and the gold lid. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, lovely rest of your day. Bye.